Okay, so hello and welcome to or back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Andrew Lloyd Webber, who is a famous Broadway and West End composer. He also, a lot of his musicals have been turned into movies that you most likely have heard of. Anyway, I'm going to be drifting a bit apart from what I generally post because, because I want to do this video because I'm into theater, and I might try to post more videos similar to this in the loop of kind of drama and stuff, generally surrounding Broadway, but I might also do some influencer stuff. Sorry, I just want to put my poofy hair up. So anyway, let's get started. Editor me here before we get into it. Yes, I'm turning this into a series now. It's called Dramatic News because, I'm basic. So in advance, I just want to say that I do have a very long script, as you can see, on my phone, kind of going over everything, so just bear with me, okay? First off, who is Andrew Lloyd Webber? Another editor me, no, everything I talk about in this video, I will state sources and stuff. It's all from Google. I just kind of Googled, found Wikipedia articles and Playboy.com articles, which is generally where all my news information is from, so I will credit them throughout, but if you're wondering, that's where I got it from, just crediting them because, I'm just kind of read right off what they said because, So, that's where all the credit for all the, most of the details in this video go. So, Andrew Lloyd Webber is a 74-year-old English composer from South Kensington, London. Some of his most famous musicals that you have probably heard of include Phantom of the Opera, School of Rock, Cinderella. You remember this for this video because this can be very important. That's the major controversy we're going to be talking about. Also remember Phantom because that's another one I'm going to get into a little later. Jesus Christ Superstar, Evita, Cats, and many other big shows that also returned into movies, TV shows, etc., etc., etc. His rise to fame came in 1971 when Jesus Christ Superstar had opened. I don't know where it opened. I couldn't find it, so when that opened, he got an instant rise to fame. Ever since then, every musical he released was just always big. It was always just seemed to get super popular. So at least that's from what I've seen. I don't know what their exact how well they did ticket sales and such, but they always seem to be doing pretty well. However, with all this popularity and all these shows, all this good stuff, there seems to be more that had gone on behind the scenes than any of us had ever known. So, about Cinderella. According to Wikipedia, the musical's plot is based loosely on the classic story of the same name, but the gender relationships are recast and a critical thematic element concerns beauty shaming. Cinderella changes her appearance to secure love, but discovers that it is better to be true to oneself. That is a direct quote from Wikipedia, so that's Wikipedia. Just saying, a lot of this is direct quotes from Wikipedia and other sources, but I do reference the sources. Anyway, so I've listened to a few of the songs, and they are relatively good. I was actually looking forward to it hopefully coming to Broadway in the fall, because I want to be able to see it, I want to be able to enjoy the show, kind of be able to understand it better, but at this rate, I'm not going to go support someone like that. So, well, the reasons, A, because he's a scumbag, B, because I don't have the money, but mainly because he's a scumbag. What makes him what does make him a scumbag? If you're aware of this stuff, then you already know why I consider him a scumbag, but if you aren't aware, you're not gonna know why. So anyway, kind of about this stuff. So a few months ago, the Cinderella, Andrew Lloyd Webber Cinderella did announce its closing on West End. And it's always sad because we only have a limited number of time to see the show. There's only a limited amount of seats and tickets available, and we're all just kind of rushing to see the show before it closes. But that's not the main, and okay, sorry. It's also broadly said that cast members are leaving and they're losing their jobs and stuff like that. That's what is one of the main points I always see whenever a show announces it's closing. It's always oh no, people are losing their jobs, which technically could be considered true, but generally cast members will have known for a little while now that the show is closing and they're already aware of everything, and they are prepared to kind of they probably have their jobs backed up and stuff, so they already know, so they already have plans for after the show is closed. They might have another movie, a TV show, another musical. Who knows? They have stuff planned though. So like they are ready. They have kind of plans. They're already self-taping or auditioning, etc. However, this is not the case for Cinderella. So when they announced this closing back a few months ago, they announced the closing for June 12th, which is also Tony Day. So yeah, what fun. So they announced the closing of the show, and none of the cast members were aware of the closing. What the heck is wrong with this? Whatever. So like none of the cast or crew were aware of this closing up until that point, and they, like Carrie Hope Fletcher, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, like she said like she wasn't aware or something. She got a call from like a crew member who was on that day. She wasn't on that day, and like not only that, they were planning a cast change for I think around the end of August, beginning of September, if I'm not mistaken. And those people were in the middle of like, I'm pretty sure getting costume changes. If I'm not mistaken, they were in the middle of like costume changes and stuff. And like they were not costume changes. Why am I saying costume changes? Costuming, like getting all their outfits fitted and everything for the show, so everything worked. When they announced the closing, so now these people who were just supposed to come in now also just lost a bunch of shows. So now this is a scenario where they're actually losing their job. Their contracts are just being torn up and everything. And I don't know if that's legal though, you know? So yes, now these people just like, they might have already been auditioning for other stuff. They could have had movies planned. They could have possibly been auditioning for like some big upcoming like movie musical or something bigger that could have gotten them a lot more money, but because they wanted to work on this, they chose this or something. Like for whatever reason, like they could have had a bunch of great roles coming up, but they turned them down because, you know, they wanted to do this. But now that's just kind of, that was throwing them off. So now they're all gonna actually be out of jobs, and who knows how long. It's like, no doubt in my mind that they can all obviously book again another job. That's besides the point. So yeah, anyway, sorry about the noise. Anyway, so now, and then basically after that, we all kind of thought the controversy would hopefully end there. With the show, it would just kind of be that. Then after this, it would kind of be like, we're all still mad at you, but like, you bet, like, whatever, like, it's, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like that for me, I thought was going to be the last time that the show kind of had a controversy. I wasn't aware of anything else. I don't think there was anything else. I could be wrong. Sorry, that was my mom. Anyway, so now we all kind of, like, at least for me, I thought that was gonna be like the last time. Like, we were all gonna be mad about that. I was mad about his controversies and everything, but like, there's nothing. Anyway, I thought that was gonna be the last time that like we'd see this show kind of in the news in a bad light. I thought the next time we'd see it, it would kind of be good light. I really thought that this, with the show closing, he'd be able to kind of redeem himself in a way, you know, being there. However, yesterday, June 12th, that'll be a few days ago from when I post this. Anyway, however, on June 12th, there was some drama. Let's just say, if you haven't already seen it, you've probably seen it, but I'm not sure. If you aren't in the know about Broadway, you probably have not, but like most likely, if you're subscribed to me, you probably have seen it. Probably have seen this stuff. So anyway, Andrew Lloyd Webber chose not to attend the closing night. Though I do wish he had, because I feel like with the stuff he said, well, he didn't really say, he wrote, I would have loved to actually have had him read it and say it aloud right there. So I have seen parts of the video. I've not fully watched it fully through, but I do know what it entails. But, you know, I think we should watch this together, because, you know, isn't it always fun to watch a video together? So I'm gonna connect my earbuds here. And then I'm gonna pull up this video that I'm talking about. Editor me here. Anyway, basically, I didn't end up being able to screen record it, and the video's still out. I don't know where I stopped it. There's like, it's complicated. Plus, I don't really have the time, because I'm gonna try to get this video out tomorrow. So we're just gonna skip that. Anyway, so if you don't know, he basically called the show Costly Mistake and everything, and the cast members show faces. It was so sad. Oh my god, their faces just like all like a lot of their faces just like dropped. And it's like he's already done so much damage to them. And now saying that it's just so wrong. Like, I mean, I don't blame the guy reading, he just was passing on the message and blah blah blah. So yeah. Anyway, after that video came out, you know, kind of like all these videos came out and stuff, there's been Andrew Lloyd Webber's try to kind of come back and say, oh, let's kind of look at some of the news. So he's all like, he responded and everything to it. He said that, like, he's basically claimed, so basically from the Playbill article, I'm going to be reading straight off of this. He said his meaning was it was misunderstood. So now from his Twitter, right on here, I'm going to be reading exactly what this says. I'm devastated to have been reported to have said that my beloved production of Cinderella was a costly mistake. Nothing could be further from the truth, and I'm very sorry if my words have been misunderstood. I toured this production, and I'm incredibly proud of Cinderella and everyone who has been involved in our show. We were desperate to support the West End after 2 years of devastating pandemic, and the mistake we made for trying to open too early, meaning we had to postpone twice. Everything we did was to try and support the West End and get everyone back to work after the worst period in our history. For now, I want to say thank you to everyone involved in Cinderella for all you have done. With love today and always, his signature, and it says Andrew Lloyd Webber underneath. So like what I love though is the fact that he writes down that it was a costly mistake, tries to backtrack after getting called out on it, like he just wasn't already called out. Like, when will controversy be enough for him? And like not only that, the show is supposed to come to Broadway, I believe in the fall. You can't call a show a costly mistake and bring it to Broadway, okay? Sorry, his show, like, I can already tell it's not gonna go well on Broadway, and I don't see people wanting to willingly submit their auditions and stuff. It's probably not gonna end up happening because they probably won't be able to find actors, because what actor wants to work with someone who is probably going to end up just closing the show randomly? No one. So yeah, and like my question is though, is like with all this contract stuff, how they just like basically ripped up all these contracts now, is it legal? Like, is this legal? Like, there has to be some type of protection from the union, because I'm pretty sure they're all like, they don't know what it's called out there, but like Broadway knows like Actors Equity. I'm pretty sure there is an equity out there though, so like whatever it is, whatever the program, their union is called, they're all part of that union that we're going to call Actors Equity, just because I believe that's what it's called. I could be wrong though. So I remember they were trying to call for action from them, but like, it's like, yeah, I agree, but like, this can't be legal, can it? Like, I don't have a copy of the contract, honestly. Obviously, I'm a teenager. I don't have these contracts. I probably will never get a copy of the contract. I do wish, however, that one of these people would like release contract, because like there has to be something there has to be like some type of contracting rules, either with the show or with equity stating. There has to be some type of rule about this. Like, you can't not be a rule, okay? Like, you can't tell me this, like, something like this has never happened in history. Like, I feel like something has. There has to be some type of protection for these actors, at least, for like when this happens, because like we never think it happened, like we never know. Like, especially with Andrew Lloyd Webber, you would never think this happened from him, but I don't know, I'm just like not shocked. Like, I'm shocked but not shocked, if that makes sense. It's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like there has to be some type of protection for these people, because they're all union actors, so there has to be some type of protection in there. If they were non-union actors, that wouldn't, because they're on West End, they probably most likely all of them are union. So therefore, like, if like they probably have some protection or something. Like, can they like go in a lawsuit or something? Like, do they have contracts? Like, what are their contracts? My nose is so red. Ew, it's like so big and red. Ugh, yuck. But there has to be some type of protection or something, or like some type of thing that can allow them to sue or something. There has to be something in place, I swear. Okay. I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna skip part of this stuff, because like this stuff I've kind of already gone over. Yeah, I just like there has to be some protection. Like, I don't know, I'm not part of a union, so I don't know, but I feel like there has to be some type of protection in place for these people, because like, yeah, he seems to have a complete disregard for all these actors and like their lives, and like especially in the economy we have, because even though in America we're bad, you can't tell me that out in Europe and everything it's like all rainbows and unicorns, okay? Because of everything going on in the world recently, like, you can't tell me. Like, I'm going to believe that there's probably at least a little inflation everywhere, but like in general though, like, everything's just so expensive now. Oh my god. But like, along with the fact that there's still war going on in multiple places across like Ukraine, Russia, I'm pretty sure there's still like Middle East, Afghanistan problems that we're just like not paying attention to now because it doesn't, I guess because it doesn't involve white people or something, I don't know. So something like that, there has to be something. Just like all that stuff, all these wars and everything, all these problems, just like not helping. So obviously, and like in, at least in America, and I'm going to assume this is everywhere, I could be wrong, so don't got me out on this, but like, you can't tell me that like there isn't at least that there isn't some type of inflation everywhere, like on gas prices and everything. You can't tell me that there isn't, okay? I don't know, but yeah. And like, see, like, these people are all just out of work for who knows how long. So I really hope the best for them. So anyway, what other controversies has this man been a part of? I have a small little list for you. There's obviously more. I just kind of picked some of the first things I found, because I did not feel like researching into what is probably a very long list. So first off, on Google, it was like this was from Wikipedia. He was a part of some vote over of some cuts to tax credits or something. Forget what exactly it said. How I wrote this is awful, but and like he voted while on some private plane going somewhere, voting against like tax cuts or something. I don't know what exactly, but like I remember reading about this on like social media as well, and I was like, what? That's weird. But that's just like one little thing in there. Just, you know, let's just add gasoline to this already burning flame. I don't know what the saying is. I'm awful at these videos, but you know what? Whatever. Next up, according to Playbill.com, I'll try to link all these things down in the description. Don't know if I will though, but yeah. So like, people called him out for plagiarism of the Phantom tune, but like he always claimed it was based off his wife's ability. However, from Googling, from Wikipedia and everything, it said that the Pink Floyd member Roger Williams said that the iconic Phantom riff came from their song Echoes. I could be wrong. I looked up. It said something about Echoes on there, so I googled that song and it was Pink Floyd. So Roger Williams claimed it came from one of their songs, so I'm gonna assume it's Echoes, but I could be wrong. I've never heard Pink Floyd songs from what I know, so yeah. And Walters did consider taking legal action according to the Wikipedia article. I don't know if he ever took it. I wouldn't be surprised if he told me he did. Like one article said he didn't. Now there's another thing popping up about like how Andrew Lloyd Webber going to court and possibly facing jail time over something. So I don't know what that was about. That article is confusing. So yeah, that's basically all I have to share on my very long script. So yeah. Anyway, let's just discuss all this for a little. So, like, I don't know what went through his head to think that it was okay to do that. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like sending a quick text in, like, some type of cast group chat wouldn't have been that difficult. It really wouldn't have been. All you gotta do is have, like, they probably already have a company group chat. I don't know, obviously, but, like, I feel like they have a company group chat. So, like, you probably do. So, like, you could have easily sent a text out, simply just gave everyone a phone call, or even just emailed the managers, send, like, a group email to all their managers, or all their managers or agents or whatever, being all, like, so our show is closing, blah, 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 professional, about Cinderella closing, everything, to tell the cast or whatever, like, the day before. Okay? If you have enough time to make a social media post, I'm pretty sure you have enough time to email. Just saying, because like from what I know, for social media managers and everything, it has to go through levels, okay? So probably did skip a few levels though, so yeah, and probably just, I don't know, but like it really wouldn't be that difficult to send out like an email or something. So no, and the amount of assistance he probably has, he wouldn't have had to do anything for it. Would have been an email he wasn't sending out, so he wouldn't have had to worry about it. So like, honestly, all he could have done was written down a little something. I'm turning off my heating pad. Anyway, all you had to do was like send out a little like text and email or even just call or have an assistant call or something and be like, hey, yo, the show's closing and blah, blah, blah. Even the day before would have been better than them just, like, not finding out from him. And then calling the show a costly mistake. Well, I feel like that's just, like, a long list of great performers who are never going to be working with him again. I really hope he learns his lesson and, like, yeah, I just, like, really hope he has a big downfall from here. Like, I generally don't want to wish a downfall on anyone, but at this rate, he deserves it, so, yeah. Like, I don't know, I know, like, I don't want to support him. The only show of his that I do want to see before it does close, because, like, I've liked the music from before, and, like, I hate to say that I want to go and support his shows. Like, I do want to go see Phantom at some point, because, like, I like the music to it, but, like, I don't know. Like, suggestion, like, if you, like, I mean, I believe Phantom's a part of Broadway Week, so I might just try to get the cheaper tickets there. So therefore, like, he still might be making money, but not as much. Hopefully. Once again, little statement from editor me on basically what I'm saying. Because, like, for Broadway Week, all the tickets are, like, I think, like, about, like, $30. So, and I don't know how, like, it works and everything, but, like, I might just, like, try to do, if I end up seeing the show, that's probably how I'll see it anyway, because, like, regular Broadway tickets are way too expensive in my opinion, so. Yeah, I mean, like, I believe that's one thing everyone in the Broadway community can agree on, that the tickets are way too expensive. Unless they're, like, you're super rich, but, like, even then, it's, like, you can pay, like, up to, like, $1,000 for some tickets to see you sit in a room for 2 hours. Like, that aspect, which is why I see, like, a lot of people don't like going to theater shows, because it's expensive, and they sit in a room for, like, 2 hours doing nothing but watching people. So, like, you can see that, but I love theater, so it's, like, a mixed thing for me. But I don't know how pricing goes. I don't know how it all works, though, so I should probably figure that out, though. So, yeah. Probably do that for Broadway Week anyway, and then, yeah. After that, I'm gonna steer away from his shows. Like, I mean, most of his shows are closed on Broadway right now anyway. I'm pretty sure the only musical of his that is open right now is Phantom. So, yeah. Don't know how well it's doing now. Yeah. Yeah, I also have a poster wall up here. None of his shows are on there. But, yeah. Also, side rant. Sondheim, way better than him. Sondheim is way better. Always has been, always will be. At least, I feel like most people will agree with me when I say that as well. So, especially after these controversies, so. Yeah. I mean, I also just, like, personally love Sondheim musicals a lot more than I like Andrew Lloyd Webber musicals, because, like, most of the Sondheim musicals that I've heard, I've just, like, become obsessed with, while, like, Andrew Lloyd Webber, I have not really become obsessed with any of his shows. I liked Cinderella, but, like, Phantom, of course, I like some of the music, but, like, sometimes, like, at certain parts, it's just, like, what is this? It's so dramatic, which I get it, it's an opera, it's supposed to be dramatic, but it's also just, like, sometimes a little too much for me. But, like, Sondheim can also be a lot, like, especially with, like, Into the Woods, but, like, I would take Into the Woods over any of Andrew Lloyd Webber shows any day of the week, and I'm happy it's coming back to Broadway. However, I'm annoyed because I probably won't get tickets, and, like, I want to see Philippa Sue live. And not only that as well, but, like, I hope we get a pro shot. I swear if we don't get a pro shot. I extended this really long. This is already seeming like it's gonna be a pretty long video. So, yeah, I have a lot of editing to do, so, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video. If you want, like, your weekly dose of Broadway, vlogs, etc., also press that subscribe button. I'll probably be posting more videos like this, so comment below, like, what controversies and stuff. They don't even have to necessarily be from the Broadway community itself. You could also just, like, talk about, like, YouTuber drama. I'm into that stuff. Like, just kind of, like, looking into drama and everything, and I'd love to kind of talk about more controversies and stuff. Like, love to make this, like, a little series I do. Might even start doing, like, you know, like, how, like, people on TikTok do, like, the makeup stuff. I might even start doing that, like, where I just do, like, my makeup as I talk about controversies. So, yeah, like, just comment below if there's anything you want me to talk about. And, yeah, I will see you in the next video. Peace.